everybody. This is Freddie the Fireman from the Wiseguyz Show. Last night was an amazing event at the PCI Theater in Wayne, and now we're here at Collector Fest in Wayne, New Jersey. Can't get out of Wayne today, I guess, but we're going to visit a few of our people. We just saw Roseanne Sorrentino, the Annie, and we're distributing vodka to our guest, Rockabella Vodka, and because they were on our show and we promised them that, and we're taking pictures with them to show the vodka, the amazing story behind it. Cheryl Kelly Lee, and who's working hard every day to make that vodka special, and we're just going to distribute it to the past guests on the Wiseguyz Show, because they did call-ins and we weren't able to give them the vodka unless we mailed it to them, but let's go around and see what we could get. All right, we made it. Gary's here. We're not live. This is a video for the show. I don't want to make everybody nervous. But Gary does a lot for the Wiseguyz Show. I got to come over here and say hello to him, and I got to distribute him also a bottle of vodka. He does a lot, get us a lot of guests on our show. Gary, what's up, Gary? What's up? Long time no see, but we're going to keep going, so just keep following.
Action.
Okay, I just want to thank the Wiseguyz. They finally gave me my vodka after being on their radio show. I finally got it, and they rained on me today, and I'm going to take care of this.
We didn't got one.
All right, we're just about to wrap it up here. We've been here. Look at this place. Unbelievable. Usually they do a flea market here, but you got to come down to this thing once in a while. It's a lot of fun. But we met and gave Rockabella vodka bottles to all our former guests, past guests on the show. These guys are great. Tony Gagnos from The Wanderers.
Leave the kid alone.
Patchy Ramos from The Orphans in the movie The Warriors, and Tony the Tiger, Tony Daniels.
Crunchy Frosted Flakes. They're great.
Just a great time. Uncle Floyd was here. We saw him last night. He did an amazing job, but we're about done here, and if anything else is on, I'll add it, but so far it's been a great time. I met the town coordinator, and we picked up some guests that we're going to have on, and we'll surprise you with them. But for now, let's see. If it's over, it's over. We're back to the studio. If not, maybe I'll add some more. All right, welcome back to the Wiseguyz Show. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody, and
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. All right, but no Thanksgiving, go for Thanksgiving.
Be nice and nice.
All right, but I got to tell you, the video you just saw, that was us at Collector Fest. You
Yeah,
saw
that
Tony
was nice.
Gagnos there from The Wanderers and Porky's, and then Gary Demers. We want to thank everything he does, and
Grazie mille.
I want you to notice that not only Apache from the movie The Warriors, we had Tony Daniels, who does Tony the Tiger, and we're working
Very
on something.
talented,
We're working
Tony.
on
That's
something really big
great.
with him. Stay tuned, and we'll see what happens. But
Man of many voices.
again, welcome to the Wiseguyz Show. Tonight's show, we got for the first time, Biagio and Mike. Oh, let me get. Whoa, I got to introduce the two guys.
Who's
Sitting next to me over here, we got Italian singing sensation, Biagio.
Ciao, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving.
And over here, we got Jumpin' Gennaro in the
Ciao.
house. All right, that's it. Happy Thanksgiving,
Happy
we
Thanksgiving.
said. All right. But we do. We have we have a martial artist on the show.
Yes.
We never had a martial artist.
I think, we've had martial arts, but this caliber.
Who?
People that are.
Name one.
Right now, right off the top of my head, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I can't think of one.
Billy Gagoots is a martial artist.
Yeah, but I'm talking about, Billy.
guess.
This guy is like a sensei. I know
Yes.
Billy does karate. He boxes too.
Wow.
Yes.
But thanks to Billy Gagoots, this is the reason
Yes.
why we have him. Conan Lee, actor and martial artist. And obviously you saw the video exposure, the first one of Collector Fest in Wayne, New Jersey. But let's get right away to Italian Fall Fest at the PCTI Theater in Wayne, New Jersey.
Yes.
Listen, what a great night, Biagio.
We had a great night. We had a good crowd. I thought the talent was unbelievable that we had. Sal Valentinetti.
I have to tell you that this particular one had probably the most talent ever.
It was nice because it was variety, and it was something different. This is something different that we normally do, because normally we bring an Italian artist. So these are all local talent. We had Christian Guardino, who's unbelievable.
This kid,
Right?
This kid is of
Unreal
another
singer.
level. Is another level.
Yeah,
absolutely.
and it was just a very fun night. I thought it was a real good
I got to
good
tell
night.
you that PCTI has got everything you need for a
Yeah.
real true.
And I forgot to mention, of course, Uncle Louie what that was. They were hysterical.
Yes. Always, they always-
Hysterical.
Speaking of Uncle Louie, I'm just checking to see if the email came in for their if they're gonna send in some type of segment tonight. I'm still waiting on them. They were a little busy. Look, they're up in the upstate New York area.
Yeah.
Upper state of New York.
4 feet of snow or
It's
something. over
crazy what they
So
got.
we'll hang in with Uncle Louie. Maybe we'll see what happens. But for now, I didn't want to jump. the
Yeah,
gun
no, but-
because there was more I wanted to say. I think what happened that night was everybody came together to see an amazing show, and they got exactly that with some surprises.
Yes, I thought it was great, and you're right, Mike. The theater is second to none.
Oh,
It really
Yeah,
is.
so now you-
the theater's
I
we
great.
got to
noticed-
thank Anthony Benavenga, your brother.
Oh yeah, he
for
did
that
some of the,
background
the
stuff.
video wall in the back.
Yeah,
he put some of the pictures up. That was nice.
That's really nice. So I didn't know it. He did
Semi.
that. Ando, hai fatto una bella job.
Well, sometimes it would be on their face. You know why? Because it was shooting. It was going this way instead of from behind. So he actually knew that. He actually knew that.
Actually, I have to say, there was a moment where I said, "Look at all these beautiful people." I couldn't see anybody. The fucking light was blinding me. I was going like this.
Oh,
I'm
that
like-
spotlight. Did you feel the heat that it puts off?
All I could tell
You
you,
get a
is I couldn't
suntan.
see anybody.
No.
So I go, "Look at all these beautiful people here,
And you saw
Freddie."
nobody.
I couldn't see anybody. I was blind.
And there wasn't as much smoke this time.
No, he actually just once or twice he threw it
What
off.
about you? You saw the crowd?
No, when it's going right in your eye, you can't. That's
No.
why if you notice, I kept walking. I'd start walking across because you can't.
Yeah.
We got. I know there were some videos posted, but I did an actual video behind the scenes, but in the green room.
They are beautiful people.
That's our
They
halftime
are
show
beautiful
tonight.
people, but I couldn't
great.
see them all.
That's our halftime show. Also, dress code.
Yes.
I got to talk about dress code because you guys couldn't make it. I know you wanted to go. I know you
I'm
both
very
wanted to go.
sorry, by the way. I'm sorry I missed that.
Let me tell you, all I'm going to say is this, and you got to see for yourself. We were there at the theater. The place was packed. Solid standing ovation. The place was just amazing. The movie was made perfect for this time of our life.
wow.
First of all,
The way
Freddie,
things are and changes to children and people growing up and having an issue with as a child and growing up to be an adult and all that stuff and all put into the mob. It's just, I didn't know what to expect. I got to be honest with you. I've seen many independent films.
well, one thing I have
but
to
this
say
is
is,
something.
Wow.
you, Freddie, you
And-
were impressed by the editing. It's very hard for you to be impressed
I'm
by
going
the
to tell you what I
editing.
was editing. I was impressed by the directing, the editing, the writing, the soundtrack, the
So the storyline, everything was.
You said
Everything.
even Nikki.
Everything.
You said
Everything.
even Nikki hit
So they had
it.
a home run.
Yes, yes. And I'm going to say the acting was great, considering that they're not Hollywood actors. They're independent film actors that are trying to make it. I get it. They were great considering who they were. But you put some high end actors in there, and this movie's.
I got to tell you
Wow.
something.
Could even be a Academy Award.
Well,
Freddie,
it depends
Freddie,
exactly.
I have to tell you something. When I got a sense of the energy of them, they were really inspiring and inspiring. And I almost got a feel like the young Scorsese in Mean Streets with Harvey Keitel, with De Niro, with all of the actors that were in part of that. David Proval. I almost got to feel like this could be a new generation of
Well, we're
of
the
Main
next
Street.
generation.
We are.
We're the next generation.
No, but I'm saying, like.
Oh, and guess who was in it? First scene, Nicky
Tell me,
Petito.
Nicky Petito.
Oh, Nikki! I didn't even know they knew Nikki.
Well, these
I
kids,
told
this
Nicky
crew was
about
from
it. He was
Belleville.
like, "Oh, really?
A lot of
I
these
forgot
kids-
about that."
His crew was from
scene,
Belleville.
his scene
Oh.
was actually pretty good.
But-
Something that you would see in like Goodfellas, maybe the scene,
Oh,
the way they
okay.
made
So
it.
he wasn't playing like a funny.
He didn't
line or
last long in
something.
the movie. Let's put it that way.
Oh, okay, okay, I got
he
it.
was in
Okay.
this. He was in the opening
in there.
scene. I just
Okay.
want to leave it at that. I don't
Wow.
want to. So we have a video for that. I don't want to show it just yet, but we're gonna get to it. Because I have a little more to talk about. But I made the video of the night. You're obviously not going to see the movie. I put in the trailer where the movie played, and then you'll see the applause afterwards. And everybody from Dress Code who's watching right now, listen, you're going to love this. I put it together as nice as I can. Showed a little bit, and you're not going to be disappointed. But I do want to. I have to mention another person who's calling in tonight because we got to get to a phone call, the interview. we have to mention Rockabella Vodka, Cheryl Kelly Lee tonight.
All right.
Cheryl.
Our sister from another twister.
Yeah. She's doing a toy drive she's gonna talk about, but obviously her toy drive is in in memory of her late husband, Captain Mark Lee Sr., and they're honoring him and this whole event with this. It's an amazing thing. So she's gonna call in and talk about it. That's why we have these toys
wait
here.
a minute. When is this? Is an annual thing they do?
Yes, Jersey City Fire Department. See, I'm with the Newark Fire Department.
What is it? What's the date of that?
There's a lot of dates. I'm going to tell you right now. December 3rd, December 10th, December 11th, December 17th, and December 18th, all between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. through different areas.
We gotta
of
go.
Jersey
We
City.
gotta get to one of
Traveling all
them,
different.
or hopefully.
Who asked you where you were going, Anthony? You only asked. You only
Ladies
talk
and
when you're
gentlemen,
asked to talk.
Let's
I
give
understand.
respect to Anthony Scala, the master of the lens photographer. He's been rocking and rolling.
He's
He's
been
all
very
over the
good.
place.
All
He's
over.
all over.
I never thought I could last this
Come
long
on,
with a
let's see
scowl.
Anthony, get over here. We got to see you. Nobody can see you.
What is?
All right.
He's
This
doing a
is the
great
man
job.
behind the scenes.
I'm telling you, I never thought I could last this long with a
No,
with a
but
scowl.
people are used to seeing him now. They actually call him and
The
ask
other
for
guy
pictures.
behind the scenes, get over here, Roberto. Happy Thanksgiving. He's wearing blue. Respect. The other lady of sister and
of course.
wife and Moki Tuta goes, Annette, come on, let them see you too. Get over here, Annette. Come on.
Thanks, Annette, for everything.
Anthony Scal, I know all my life. I played ball with him. I went to his house all the time, hung out with his brothers,
Wow.
played ball with him. It's all kinds of games over and over and over. I don't see him for 5 years. I run into him and say, hey, Ant, he had no clue who I was. Cristo Potts.
You
Wait a
sound
minute.
like Uncle Floyd.
You know that man.
And wait, and I won a championship with him in a big softball
Wow.
league.
You know me and Anthony go way back too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wait, you're that close? Don't
No,
listen. You
listen.
ain't got to say something you don't want.
No. This is not dress code. Listen to me. No. Anthony, actually, IBS. What did that stand for?
Irritable.
Oh, I never knew
Irritable
that.
bowel syndrome.
He used to install alarms and stuff for me.
IBS?
At Colgin Motors on 6th Street. Back in the day, he's a John Manacchio. Where's John Manacchio? John Manacchio was a very dear friend of mine.
Wow.
He's like a brother from another
yeah.
mother. I knew the whole family.
All right, we're getting into other things here. Come on, let's.
All right, and
That's stuff you talk about like on the phone, like
the
when you're
Scala, the steps. I mean,
No, but yes,
Step,
and
Scala.
Rockabella Vodka, and like I said, this is a Thanksgiving special.
by the way, we're talking a little bit too much.
We don't want you to-
It's your fault, Cheryl.
Cheryl,
Salud.
we're celebrating Thanksgiving with this beautiful vodka bottle, Rockabella Vodka. I'm not drunk right now, trust me. Like Dean Martin, like he was never drunk. But Rockabella Vodka, I've been giving this out to so many celebrities. I said it's about time I even try a little bit of it. You know what I mean? Because I try not.
Well, first of all,
I'm
that's
going to have it on Thanksgiving.
She's making amazing products, but this is the
Biagio only
signature.
drinks this if it comes in an egg white flavor. No, it has to be egg whites. Okay. This guy will never go off his
By
diet.
the way, Biagio, I'm going to promise you, I'm going to give you something to give to you and your family. It's the number one eggnog in America. You like eggnog?
All right. So
Roberto.
that's the lineup for tonight, and I do want to mention our sponsors now that we're on the Rockabella Vodka, Cheryl Kelly Lee, she'll be calling in. We World Energy, that's a new one. That's Billy Gagutz's brand.
Oh, it is.
And it's Billy's going to be a. Let me tell
Billy
you.
Thanks,
Gagoos,
Billy.
a
He
brother
is-
from another month. I'm
he is
sorry,
gonna make it.
I don't have the bracelet.
look forward to
probably
seeing
made
you
it already.
You
soon.
got your bracelet? Biagio's got it.
I got it.
We got it. There you go. Troy Anella Cigars, Troy Anella Cigars, Harley Davidson, Morris Plains, New Jersey, Bobby Harley, Celebrity Boxing, Damon Feldman.
By the way, Bobby Harley, we got to go visit.
Yes, we got to plan with him. We got a
gonna
big
visit
plan
Bobby.
with
We
Bobby.
got you, Bobby.
Bobby, listen, we got a serious plan with you, but the back end deals you got to figure it out. Because we got something really good though, Mike. You know that, right?
Yes, I know.
I told you I can't say anything.
Harley
right now.
Davidson motorcycles are amazing, and Bobby Harley and your family are amazing. But we got some amazing to talk to you about.
It's amazing.
That's amazing.
So, Jersey Pizza Joints, Jersey Sandwich Joints, Guy Madsen is another sponsor. DeVito Promotions, Tina DeVito Promotions, Queen Margarita and Blue Eyes Restaurant, both amazing places, and Aroma de Napoli
by
Bakery.
the way, I have an announcement to make, but it's going to be at the end of the night.
What the frig is an announcement? You said an announcement.
Listen,
I see John Briaga.
ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have Rockabella every show from now on in the morning.
The best on the rocks. The best on the rocks. Hey, this is a thank you, Steven. You know,
in the morning, Signorina, we'll go walking.
They're gonna call.
I and then wasn't gonna really mention it, but I went to my 35th reunion class.
Nice.
35 years out of school.
Freddie, stop,
Belleville.
stop right there.
Class of 1987.
Joe, let me tell you something. You know Belleville people.
Yes.
You know you have family
Yeah,
in
yeah. I
Belleville or
love
not?
family there. No, both.
You have
Oh, you have
Belleville.
family in
Yes.
Belleville?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Who's in Belleville?
Well, I had.
No,
I'm gonna look
I
up
know you do.
Benevenga.
Biagio.
Massa.
Oh, wow.
In Belleville?
Yeah, in Belleville, right on King Street.
All right, listen carefully.
yeah.
I've been
King
telling
Street.
Freddie this. Everybody listen up. I've been telling Freddie this for a long time. The Wise Guy Show is going to do something special. We have to figure out the location. It will be in Belleville. We are going to do a Wise Guy Show live broadcast, and we're going to do all entertainment, and it's going to be somewhere. We got to figure out where. In Belleville.
The high school gym.
It's about time. The high school gym.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Now it finally clicked in what he was talking about. I did. Yeah. We got to listen. We got to keep that quiet until we confirm everything and go make it happen.
Yeah.
We can make it happen.
I know. Listen, we're gonna
make it happen.
Listen, we're gonna make history in Belleville, which means
I'm gonna give a hint.
village.
I'm gonna give a hint, and then we'll move on to the next
All right, go
subject. Gino Caruso.
Ah, I got it.
Look up
I know
Gino
who that is.
Caruso, ECPW, and that'll say enough for you. That's your hint.
right.
But if you got to look it up to know what I'm talking about, all right? But
Hey, listen, Giuseppe Gatto, what happened to you tonight? I hope you're feeling better. You know, he's not here tonight. You're gonna be all right.
2 more minutes.
So no. Wait a minute.
He's the gun.
All right.
Well,
Go ahead.
we have a few more minutes, but before we go to our next caller, I want to make a big announcement and make it clear right now. December 7th, in studio, we have Big Time Tommy.
Big
Nice.
time
All right.
Tommy.
Tommy.
And,
Hey, listen, Big Time Tommy. You got to share it on your page.
Yeah, of course he's gonna share it on his
Hold on a
page.
minute. I talked to Ozzy. I know. By the way, Ozzy's father that night is going to be turning 80. Happy birthday, Pops.
Yes, hopefully you come in.
Hopefully you come in. You cannot have a celebration anywhere
Born
better
come
than
out,
the
no.
Wise Guy Show
And you're going to
studio.
see our guest that we are planning to do an interview with. He has confirmed. He's a legend DJ and producer and TV show host. Bobby Eubanks,
Wow,
everybody from the Newlywed Game will be calling
watched
in.
that so
Freddie, I'm
many
going to make
times.
the announcement.
I
Listen
watched
to
it.
this. Listen to this. I have been talking to Joe Cortez.
We gotta make.
Green Book.
Oh,
Green
that's
Book.
another.
Wait a minute. Joe Cortez from Green Book. He's coming in the studio. We got to make it happen.
Wow.
Yes.
Listen to
great.
this.
Maybe
Joe
our
Cortez
Christmas
was in
show.
Green Book. He's coming out with this unbelievable film called Here's Yanni. And Joe, we got you, Giuseppe. We got you.
Yeah.
We're going to tell you when.
All right, we're calling in. Oh,
Hello, this is Conan Lee.
Hey, welcome to the
Hey,
Wise Guy
Conan.
Show. Robbie, bring his
Conan
voice up,
Lee.
please. Bring his volume up, please, for us. Welcome to the Wise Guy Show, Conan Lee.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Conan Lee, this is Jumpin' Gennaro, Freddie the Fireman, and Biagio on the table.
Mike.
Honored to meet you.
Pleasure to talk to you.
Him.
Oh,
We
yes,
have
me too.
Roberto, sound engineer in the
we're
room.
we're just getting in touch with our sound engineer to bring your volume up a
We
little
have
bit.
Annette Tenore, who is Freddie's wife and is the queen of the room. And then we have our photographer Anthony Scala. That's who's in the room.
Wow. Okay.
Now, here's my question. Are you
Yes, sir.
ready for the first question?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Conan. Is it real?
No, that is my stage name, actually.
I figured that. Now, is it Conan the Barbarian that inspired you? Is it Conan? Sounds like a powerful name. You tell
Yes.
us now.
Oh, I'm gonna blow you away with this one.
Okay.
Okay, so Conan the Barbarian, okay? So
Schwarzenegger.
Right, but actually it was way before him. The original, there was an artist, and he was a very famous Italian artist called Franco Frazzetti. He was the one that drew all the barbaric Conan, the barbaric, the Amazon, everything that he painted and drew. It was very detailed and muscular. So when I saw that picture of Conan, I goes, wow, this is amazing. And the reason why I used Conan was because it was very easy for the Japanese, for the marketing, for the film business.
Wow.
And in return, Lee is also my family name on one part. So I call Conan Lee. So when you hear the name Conan Lee, the first thing you're going to think of is a very muscular, powerful Bruce Lee.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I thought.
I like that.
He's right.
So that was my creativity to where it was an easy marketing. And guess what? It worked perfectly because my first film that I debuted in became the biggest box office of all time, surpassing Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan.
What?
Wow.
I didn't know that.
Yes. So I'm old school. I am now. I've been in the movie industry for 40 years exactly. 40 years.
So this is jumping Gennaro again. You said are you Japanese?
No.
Well, I am half Chinese and half English, and I have Japanese on the other side and Korean. So,
But you were born in Hong Kong, correct?
Yes, sir. I was born in Hong Kong. My family is from China. My mom is from Japan.
Oh, okay.
So I was very, very, very unique because I have 4 different grandparents, like their culture. Yes.
So let me just say this. First of all, you need to know this.
Wait,
okay?
but before you hold that thought, you were born in Hong Kong, but you grew up in Queens, New York.
Oh man!
Seriously, now wait. On top of all the different grandparents and that history, Hong Kong and Queens, New York, you're talking about another amazing 2 places to be born and grew up.
Well, I'm going to share this. It's kind of strange because I always think about this. I'm very much a city boy. My mom is from Japan. My father is from Shanghai. I was born in Hong Kong. I was immigrated to New York. The 4 cities the countries I just mentioned, they're all the most popular cities in those
Not just the most popular, the most influential, inspiring, and powerful.
Yes, in all those.
And what's ironic is, so here's something I have to share. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
No disrespect.
Please,
but let me tell you something very extremely important that you need to know in real time. Billy Wiseguyz,
yes,
is our brother. Okay. Billy Wiseguyz, we call him Wiseguyz. I don't know did he ever explain to you what the word Wiseguyz means?
No, but it sounds really amazing.
Okay.
Forget about it.
So I'm going to tell you, I'm going to tell you what a Wiseguyz is. A Wiseguyz, okay, is a type of, a pumpkin is a Wiseguyz. A cucumber is a Wiseguyz.
Got it.
It's that family, okay, of, you know what I'm talking about, right? Now,
yes.
Real Wiseguyz is the Italians that take pride. The longer it is, and it has nothing to do with Viagra, the longer it is, the more pride they take in it when you get a long Wiseguyz. All right? So now, the point of all this is that you have connected with a man who is a great heart, great spirit, great energy, besides being a martial artist. I know you know that because he knows you because through the martial arts. But he's an amazing spirit. So how did you connect with Billy? Okay, because Billy, even though he's not physically in our space, he's always with us, and we love him. So tell me your experience with Billy.
Well, Billy, like you said, is whatever you said about the kibutz and all that, gabish. And before I get into that, I want to share this with you.
You're from Queens. You grew up with Italians.
Exactly.
Bravo.
Forget about it.
Forget
I thought with
about
Italians,
it.
and, wait, it's not even that. It's that my family, my brothers and sisters, they all marry Italians. I got a little paisano.
Uno, due, tre, azzo.
Man, I'm having. They eat meatballs with chopsticks.
That's great.
Hey,
But
Thanksgiving,
anyway.
we're going to have meatballs. We're going to have turkey. We're going to have naboki tutte goes.
Oh man, it's so fun. Yeah. So back to Billy. I met him through a very good friend, and exactly what you said. And it was love at first sight. The friendship that we have created from the first time we met, it lasted today, and every day has been better than, day after day. It's been better and better. And spiritually, so we have a saying in our language too, where we all, you are who you're surrounded by, and you're usually going to meet the same people of your same breed. And he's very, very down to earth. A lot of things
You're on the same frequency.
Yeah.
Yeah. And,
All right,
and,
so listen, now, where are you physically in the world right now? Where are you?
I am in New York right now.
Okay.
New York.
Yes.
You got to come in our studio because we're going to spoil you, and you're going to be here with Billy. We'll get him here too.
Yes.
We're going to put a spread out, and we're going to get you spinning. And I'm talking about roundhouse spin. We're talking about spinning.
Okay.
So, no,
Yes.
this is Biagio. Quick question. How'd you get into the martial arts? Or how old were you when you started the martial arts?
Okay, I started very young, and it was because my father was a martial artist, and he don't call himself a grandmaster, but my father was probably. I'm gonna be very candid about this. He's probably one of the best fighters in Shanghai that grown up in that era.
Wow.
Yeah, he never lost.
Now
and,
you
What's his name?
mentioned your family name was Lee. Is there a relation to Bruce Lee?
No relationship.
Oh,
It was
okay.
just on the mother's, on my grandparents' side, and I actually have an American last name. And my father, he started me when I was very young, and I kind of liked it. And then I saw 2 films that inspired me to become an actor, but then I didn't follow through. It was a dream as a kid. Then when we came to New York, it's very, I don't mean to say this in a negative way to the racists, but he said that we come here, we are minorities, and we're going to have to learn how to defend ourselves in case you get bullied. And I said, okay, whatever that meant. So my father started to teach us, and I was too young to learn the spinning kicks. And, 6, 7, 8 years old, your kicks is not going to be too powerful. You kick a paper bag, but nothing else.
Right.
So,
Right.
So he taught us how to do the flips and judos and jujitsu. So this way, if a bigger person come at me, then I can protect myself by flipping him or get him in the chokes. So that's how we started it.
Fantastic.
And, yeah.
Can you
And
come
then
down when you come down to the studio and demonstrate on Jumping Gennaro?
Hey, listen, Lee, I got a better one. You ready?
Yes.
He's making a joke, but I got something serious. Next
Yes.
door to us, as we're speaking, I hear music. We never heard music in the past. But in the past month, 2 months, I don't know what it is, there's a gym. There's a workout gym. And
Right.
I think we could coordinate. You come into the studio. We'll film this. With Billy Wiseguyz. He got to be here, though. We'll go next door, and we'll do. You'll give us the Wiseguyz show crew some instructions, and we'll film it, right, Freddie?
Yeah, okay.
All right, and you'll show us some of his.
We just want you to see you
wanna see a
slam.
move.
You do some kung fu slams on Jumping Gennaro and show us the proper way to handle somebody who is getting on your nerves.
I just want to ask
well,
one more
let me-
question.
I'm having too much fun right now.
Yeah, Joe, hold that
I
thought.
just wanna ask one
Let
more
me tell
question.
you something.
No, but it's all about fun. It's okay. You can slam him around.
No,
and we all
hold on
get
a
it.
second. Hold on a second, Freddie. All right.
I'll whack them.
Let me tell you something. I won't be easy. I studied Kuai Khan. You know what Kuai Khan is. I studied Kuai Khan. I wrestled, and I street fought a lot, so I ain't gonna be easy.
And he was a champion thumb wrestler. He was a champion. Nobody's beating him in the thumb wrestling.
In Belleville and Newark and other cities, I knocked out quite a few people.
Yes.
So I want to go back to the martial arts real quick, because I know there's so many different, I guess, ways of doing this. People go karate, people do taekwondo, people do judo, and I guess you're a master of all this, or you taught yourself?
Well, yes, I have my. It's like this. All the martial arts are pretty much the same. All the kicks going to be the kicks, all the punch and blocks. So when as I was saying, that my father, he just taught me how to defend myself. So I just came up with my own style, because I started to.
Let me guess. Realistic fist.
Yes. So I just thought, like, in Chinese, it sounds yin sat kun. It's like realistic. It's simple. I hit you, you're gonna go down. You hit me, I might go down. So I just want to keep it very simple.
Wait, but I like that. I like that what you said. I hit you, you're gonna go down. You hit me, I might go down.
That's right. because realistically, you're never gonna be able to touch me. That's the whole game. And that's why we call self-defense. It's because myself, and I'm on defense. And my game is to never be touched until I destroy you.
And that's kung fu, though, right? Is that correct?
No, that's just martial arts in general. Okay. But I'm not going to say I'm the best fighter. I mean, listen, there's no best in the world until you meet your foe, your opponent. However, taekwondo, karate, boxing, Wing Chun, Northern style, Shaolin, all these other styles I've been involved with, and I cannot follow any individual style because I don't have that time, but I just wanted to learn, because everybody want to learn from each other, and that's what it's all about.
But that's
at the end of the day, one thing I want to say, this is very, very respectful. My father taught me, and I never really follow a master or teacher, so I just call it realistic fists. And what I want to say is, a lot of the people, and this is no disrespect to them, but I'm not really a big fan of it, when they study a style for many thousand years, and the next thing you know, they change the style that they was taught, and they're basically the same style, except they use a different name.
Oh, okay.
So that is something to where all these different style. And, I'm not a big fan of someone who changed something that it was taught to you, and you just changed the name because you add something to it. It's the same thing.
Well, I have to say something. The greatest styles were the defenses of the survival of not of the humans, but of the animals.
Yes. Yeah. That too. Well, that's the Shaolin Temple.
No, I know there.
What?
I didn't understand what you said.
Me?
Yeah. I don't understand. What was that?
Okay, let's
explain that again.
Let's start again. The greatest techniques were derived from the survival and defense from the animals.
The animal kingdom.
Yes.
Correct?
Not the humans.
No, right.
The animals.
All right, now I understand.
Techniques from the animals.
Now I understand.
I know I keep asking a question. The only reason I ask is my son took Taekwondo for so many years.
Yes.
And I think, I don't want to say, I'm not judging it, is Taekwondo really more of a sport? Because I think in a real fight, by the time you raise your leg and hit somebody, isn't it easier somebody just to punch him in the face?
No.
Or throw
Well,
him?
No.
I don't know, because I went to a lot of tournaments. I think Taekwondo is more of a sport.
No.
Am I correct?
No. The farther.
I'm asking Conan.
He's the master.
I'm going to tell you.
Well, no, I want to ask the master. I want to hear the master.
How long is your arm? How long is your extension of your upper body?
No, but
as opposed to your legs.
I'm asking Conan in a real fight.
He's a master.
In a street fight. If somebody was doing a Taekwondo or doing karate or boxing, what is the best? What is the better style that really would work?
Let me just answer the first question. Is Taekwondo is not a sport.
Okay.
They was able to bring it into a sport into Olympics.
Right. Okay.
Taekwondo is just a Korean style of fighting. It's the art of kicking. That's what Taekwondo means.
Yes.
Right.
Which is the best extension you have.
If you say, my father always said to me growing up, I told you he taught me about the, like flipping and judos and chokes and stuff like that on the start. So he always said, never kick higher than your hip. So my father never kicked higher than his hips. When he kicked somebody, it wouldn't be above the opponent's hips, because that's where all the power is, and there's no need to go that high.
You want to chop down the tree.
Yeah, if you're gonna kick someone in the face, you might as well punch him in the face.
Right. Well, that was my point.
Right.
Yeah. So, but you say, fighting. It doesn't matter what style, and it doesn't matter how good it is. It's a lot of things to it. One is, can you hit the opponent? Can you withstand a blow by a punch? So Rocky Marciano, which is Lagut's father's best friend, if he hits you, I don't care if you're Taekwondo or like Mike Tyson, he's going to send you to another planet.
Yeah. Hey, you know how I they said about him? They said he had feet that were like a child's feet. He'd trip over his own feet. But his hands, when they hit you, they were like a falling safe.
No, but but why? But wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Time out. You talked about his feet. You talked about his hand. You didn't talk about his legs. The structure of that man and his legs was the strength. The strength comes from the strength from him was from the legs.
Yeah, what amazed me about Rocky Marciano is, and I don't mean to get off the subject, but one thing about Rocky Marciano, because I'm a big fan, and I know one thing, the most thing that most people need to focus on 100% when you talk about the greatest heavyweight of all time.
Yeah.
Okay? Watch all his fights, whoever he fought. He never backed up from an opponent. He always went forward against an opponent, and he fucking took. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. He took everything that was given to him, but you'll never see him back up. He always came forward, and when I say that clearly. Throughout the whole fight, he never ran. He never backed up. He went at you every second of the way. And that, to me, is why I consider him, I could put him, because times are the difference, but as one of the greatest heavyweights of all time.
You know what?
Plus, the fact that he never lost.
It was a strategy, but his legs, just like Tyson, the power came from the legs.
Oh, yeah.
But you're talking about a strategy exactly. He took away the confidence of people. Even though there was people that were stronger than him, had technique, and could beat him, once you take away somebody's confidence, here we go, Mr. Lee.
Yes.
When you take away somebody's confidence, and the confidence has been compromised, that's when you know you're going to take them down. Isn't that true?
Well, I think can the opponent withstand a blow? That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, that's 100%.
Yeah. So we're going all into the martial art. We got to talk about how you were also influential in training and also in film and other legs. We're talking about just the art, but more importantly, right now, did you ever have somebody that you were intimidated by and said this guy is way too much for me, no matter what you did?
Oh, there's definitely when I was growing up, yes. But once I hit 17-ish, like when I was in high school, when I was getting myself really prepared to go to Hong Kong to do films, I got really into the serious training of kicking and all this stuff. I started watching a lot of films just to see what they were doing in the movies. And to be honest, I realized that my father was always right. And sometimes, you need to grow up and then you learn, wow, he was correct. He always said this is all acting, and in a real fight is a whole different scenario. He said, and when I started watching all this movie, I watched all this, all the Shaw Brothers and Bruce Lee and all the big names. And I realized a lot of the stuff I said, wait a minute, I did that and it didn't seem like I can really hurt somebody, but why did this guy go flying? That's where the stuntman comes in.
Right.
So my training. So as to get back to your intimidating, I'm a very confident guy. I never lost.
Wow.
I never lost. I mean, I'm gonna tell you, I had a lot of street fights too, and 3-on-1, 2-on-1. It was very rarely 1-on-1 because it was very easy for me. If it's 1-on-1, it's too easy.
Wow.
So I what I did was I trained. My father taught me, so I became a pretty good fighter, handling myself, protecting myself. And then when I got into the movies, I just wanted to focus in doing stuff beautiful for the films. So as far as fighting goes, I've got that. Then I got into learning all the, like back to your before about the animals. So we could do the animals, and they was doing that in the Shaolin Temple, the techniques, the tiger, the crane, all that stuff. So I went from I'm a real martial artist that went into the filming. And when I went into the filming, I was very blessed with confidence and the whole total package. I don't want to brag about myself.
Mr. Lee, we're going to make you not just part of our Wiseguyz Show family with Billy Gagoots. We're going to make you and Billy the Wiseguyz Show family bodyguards tonight. All right?
But speaking of Billy Conan, before we let you go, I want to mention there's a few things. Your mineral water, global We World Energy, and you're the global ambassador for We World Energy. I know Billy's doing amazing things with that. And also Bubble Gum Gangster, which you'll be a producer of and help him with. I know he's been working on that for a long time. So if you just want to just talk a little bit about that, and I'd love to hear where that's going and how you got involved.
Well, I am a filmmaker. So I started my career 40 years ago. Then my mom got very ill around 1995. At the top of my game in the film industry, I was told my mom was very sick. I came back, and I thought, she was going to leave me. And I was very down, and I prayed to God. And the next thing you knew, I started to learn about nutrition through an old man, a friend who introduced me to another doctor. And he taught me little by little. He said, "We can save your mom." Here I'm thinking, you got to be kidding me. The best doctors in the world said, my mother's going to die within 3 to 9 months. And you're telling me, you can help my mother? So I said, great. He said, it's going to be very difficult. Your mom has to play ball, and it's going to be a lot of work for you. And I told him, I am going to give up my whole entire life if this is what it takes. Sure enough, I spent 17 years. After 3 to 9 months, my mom was supposed to go. She had scleroderma and a whole list of diseases that come with that. And I literally experienced everything that she had. I was her caretaker 24/7.
Wow.
Her doctor, her nursing. People say, "Oh, you're a good son. You took care of your mother." No, I didn't take care of my mother. I was her right there, her doctor, her beautician, her. I did everything. I changed her, I feed her. I did. I did. Then in the 17 years, what I did to get to the story is going to lead into it. So I studied nutrition, and I understand now everything can be cured by nutrition. And I study from 3 different geniuses. These are scientists, researchers, and they're experts in blood, oxygen, and water. 3 different. So one was especially in blood, was blood clotting. The water was this mineral water that we're going to get into, that I'm going to explain. And then it was the oxygen, another thing. I said, wow, this is really amazing. So we have ozone, oxygen, and the blood was to me the most important, because my mom, if she has a blood clot, she'll get a stroke and it's over. There's no need to try to save her, because once someone gets a stroke, it's really hard to get them back, depends the level of it. However, my mom didn't. I kept her blood thin. So I kept her blood well. Then I started to remove the acidic toxins from her body. And I started to detox her with the steam baths. And the water was really a powerful thing. It removed the acidic toxin and heavy metals, and I started seeing recovery.
Wow.
And the tragic was, actually 5 years in, my mom started to recover 5 years
Wow,
after.
wow.
God bless.
And then the next 12 years, I went into saved her, and I got photos to show people that is going to blow them away. My mom, after we healed her, she looks better than when she was, even before she was sick.
Wow.
Fantastic.
And that's when I realized that nutrition is not
Mr. Lee.
about aging.
Mr. Lee, we're going to close off in a minute, but I want to share this with you because I've experienced this recently. Maitake mushroom, Japanese, Chinese,
Yes, I
Asian.
know exactly what that. That's reishi mushroom. Yes.
The mushrooms are unbelievable for health and nutrition and
Immune system.
superfood.
That's the main
Immune
thing.
system. Thank
Yes.
you. Come in our studio. We need to see you here.
But
All right?
How do I? No, but I was going to say, I'm very interested in everything you just said. Is that a water that you're talking about?
Yes, my water is the most brilliant water.
So-
and right now I'm working with the Real World with Sean and Billy, and this is something is going to be amazing, and it's a God's blessing.
Come in
I
our
call
studio, please. Come.
Yes. So I ended with this.
No, but I want to get information. I want to buy. Is it high pH? Is that what you have in there?
You see, pH. I can go on and go on. pH in alkaline water doesn't mean that much. It only means that it's not going to hurt you. It's safe to drink, but
Got
is
it.
it really, really going to cure? No. So what it is pH and alkaline cannot remove the acidic toxins. My water can remove the acidic toxins because of the
I want to
minerals.
buy it.
All right, Freddie, Biagio, Freddie, come in our studio. You got to come here. We'll talk about it more.
No, but I want to buy it. I want to know where to buy it.
Yeah,
real quick.
where do we find your water?
I want to buy it now. What I got to wait?
Well, why don't you give me a call and then we go through that because I don't think it's fair.
That's good.
And,
Okay.
and real quick though, We World Energy and Bubblegum Gangsters. Just before we only have a few minutes.
Yes. So get to the bubblegum gangsters where because my mom passed away after I cured her on an accident. She went out and she ate something and she choked. So I made a film about my true story. It was a tragedy because I told my mom I will never make a film again. Since I cured you for 17 years, what I want to do is I want to spend the rest of my life with you now. Why 17 years of struggle when I can spend now the rest of my life with you being happy and well? I don't want to do the movies anymore. I give up my whole career. I don't really care no more.
Listen, you are awesome, man. I got to meet you. We got to meet you.
Yes.
Please
I
come in the studio.
gave up my whole thing. So then God took her away. And I came back, so I made a film about that, and I decided to take this water and share it with the world and I know I'm pretty much.
I'm actually going to call him as soon as we're done.
Yeah, I know what I can do to do.
No,
and
we'll
Billy
take
will
care
tell
of
you.
it. And obviously, We World Energy with Billy, what he's doing with the generators and all that stuff is just amazing. And we really wish you the best with that. But obviously, Billy's our family, so I'm sure we're going to have you in our studio, and we'll have a lot more time to talk about all this.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, Conan Lee. Thank you so much.
Uno, due,
Forget about
tre,
it. Forget about
action!
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right,
Yes.
bye.
Wow, a lot of incredible
Let me
information.
tell you, I knew. I didn't even get into the movies.
I didn't know he had that water.
Yes.
I know about the energy because
No, Billy told me discuss the water. I saved it for
Wow.
the end because I
Okay.
wanted. I didn't know it was that powerful.
the alkaline.
All it is it's not bad for you.
Right.
But it doesn't do much.
It was supposed to, but it's supposed to bring your
Yes.
pH level up.
That's
Because they're saying if you don't have acidity in your body, you won't get cancer. Supposedly, they said that's the cause of cancer. No, he's saying it's something else too. So
All right, we get
Yep.
we could call Biagio later on the phone if you want. You know what I'm
Listen.
saying? You're not even on the microphone. When you want to come up here, I would have left a spot for you. By the way, Joey Katz not feeling well. We wish him okay. That he's okay.
Feel better,
He feels
Giuseppe.
better. But I gotta say we're waiting for another phone caller and. I got one more thing. I want to thank Billy Gagooch for making that happen. Billy, you're part of the show.
Where are you, Billy?
Yeah.
Where are you?
Before we get to our next caller, we're gonna go to a video of dress code, and we come back with the caller Cheryl Kelly Lee. Okay, let's go to the video.
Hey everybody, this is Freddie the Fireman from the Wiseguyz Show. We're here in Cranford, New Jersey. What a weekend we've been having. First Sal Valentinetti, the Fall Festa Italiana with Italian singing sensation Biagio. Then we went to the Collector Fest in Wayne, New Jersey. Now on Sunday we're here at Cranford Theater in Cranford, New Jersey for the Dress Code premiere. Dress Code, you know them guys who are in our studio, and we're going to see what this movie is about. We're going to watch it. We're going to give you our reviews. We're going to ask people their reviews. And we're going to air it right on the Wiseguyz Show this week. So we're in the studio right now. We're going to go to you. But first, let's check out what's going on in here. And, oh, man, what a great time we're having this weekend.
So my name is Alea Joy Sand. I'm a filmmaker, actress, writer, and director here from New Jersey. And it is my pleasure to be here this evening to help host the infamous movie Dress Code. Who's ready? I had the pleasure of meeting Gerard back at the West Hill Film Festival about 3 years ago, and we kept in contact, so I'm just happy that we kept our friendship here. So without further ado, I would like to introduce Joe, Peter, Gerard, and Andrew to the stage.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming. We're very excited for you to see this film that took us a very long time to make. A lot of long hours. So yeah, I mean, the people up on this stage are very important to me. And those of you who know me, I'm not sentimental. So I'm not going to say anything else. But we are very excited for you to watch, especially the cast and crew who hasn't seen it yet. So yeah, I'm not going to waste any more time. Let's get started. Thank you again. Roll it. Jump it off.
Because friends started fearing the can more than being a rat.
Bobby, you've seen and heard things. These are not open-minded people. He is no different when it comes to this stuff. Your father's proud of you too.
I know, Mom.
He's just from a time and a place. He doesn't mean it.
You think you know Bobby? You know Bobby like I do.
Come with me.
Where are we going?
It's training day. There's a lot of headaches in this life, but it's also the good things. The family, the broads, the action. Don't let anybody make a jerk off out of you.
That's all I have to learn from you. Speed!
You're loyal. And I got big things in mind for you.
Gotta go take care of something. Something that's gonna help me breathe again.
You know he's like a son to me.
He's not your son. God spared you that.
You don't even know your own kid.
I was like, all right, I have to come up here, so I'm trying not to cry too bad. That was an emotional, narrative, character-driven. That was amazing. Good job and congratulations, everybody. All right. So we, of course, have the cast and we, of course, have the crew. So we are calling up Kevin Williamson, who's not here. He's one of the actors, but we still got to give him a shout out. We got Maria Moreno, one of the actresses. We have Alex Ditrillo. Sorry, butchering your name. Detrolio. Chris Oregio. We have Richie Renero. Nicholas Giordano. Eddie Sosiaski. Am I saying that right? Robert. We have one of the other actors, Justin, Frank, Freddie, and of course, Gerard. Joe, Peter, and Andrew, the part of the crew. All right. My next question is this, and it could go for the writer, director, because I know this is a very character-driven project. And the one topic that I got from this whole entire movie is definitely mental health. Mental health is a topic that everyone, not everybody, but a lot of people like to not talk about. And I feel like this film showed just what a lot of people may be going through in their life. So how did that topic, if it was something that you were trying to talk and discuss about or shed light, how did that help guide this project? If anybody wants to answer. Anyway. All right, Pete.
Talk about Jamboree. I get to talk about mental health. It really wasn't the subject matter. It's more about just being in a place that you have no business being in and don't know how to get out of it, don't really know how you got into it, other than it's what you were born into. And we wanted to tell a story that partly which a lot of people have seen, but the other part most people haven't. This gave us a really good chance to show a different version of a mob film, which is something that was really important to Gerard, Joe, and myself. Something like this, you don't have an outlet for. Bobby's character has no outlet for this other than his mom, who he loses. So that's really the metaphor for the film. What he's struggling with could have been a million different things. We chose this because we wanted to, make the film stand out a little bit. But the film's kind of a love letter to anyone who's stuck in a situation and they have no real help with it, honestly.
What'd you think of the movie?
It was phenomenal. It was better than what I expected, and for once, I did not fall asleep in the movie.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
What'd you think?
Thought it was great.
Very great.
All right. Everybody?
Very awesome.
Very good. All right. What'd you think of dress code?
Good stuff.
What'd you think of dress code?
I thought it was great. I really enjoyed it.
Loved it. Gerard is my godson, so I have to love it.
All right.
Plus, the father,
It was great. It was
the
great.
father and him at the bar, that was a great scene.
All right. What'd you think of the movie?
It was amazing. Great movie.
Very, very good.
What'd you think of dress code?
I thought it was amazing.
Yes. How about you? Dress code? How would you think?
Oh, it was excellent. Great movie.
Excellent, excellent.
Great time, great time.
Nice. What'd you think of dress code?
I liked it. Really good.
Very good. What'd you think of dress code?
Oh, it was awesome.
What'd you think of the movie?
It was great. I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
What about you?
I loved it too. It was really good. It was a great time.
Great. What'd you think of the movie?
Oh, it was freaking awesome. It was different. It wasn't your typical film, so it had like a lot of different moving parts in it, but it all came together really nice.
Thank you. What'd you think of the movie?
I loved the movie. It was so many different spins. It was emotional. It was exciting. It was like, ooh, what's about to happen next? And then when he got shot, that really blew my mind. I'm like, ooh. Loyalty. No, actually, I liked that your part was smooth. It was like, listen, I was supposed to have that spot. What happened?
Thank you. Well, there's a lot of mingling going on inside, and I got to say it was a really good movie, done very well. The editing, the directing, the scenes, the lighting. Very surprised to see Nicky Petito in there, one of the former Wiseguyz from our show. And but I got to say, congratulations to the full creators, cast, writers of Dress Code. They did an amazing job, and I could see this winning a film festival, no problem. But with that being said, I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight, and go back to the studio with our reviews.
We're back. We're back. See, Dress Code. I'm telling you.
Wow.
If you missed it,
we did miss it, but I gotta
give it
see
a
it.
chance and understand the times of today.
Who's calling?
We're gonna see.
All right.
Hello.
Hello, Cheryl Kelly Lee.
Hi.
Hey, back to the Wise Guys Show, our sponsor. Rob, can you give her a little volume? You there, Cheryl?
How you guys doing?
We're doing great. How are you doing?
Good. I miss you guys.
And when you coming in the studio again?
Oh well, I'm gonna try to get there soon.
She's been all over the place. Hi, Cheryl Biagio.
Hi, Biagio. How are
Miss
you?
You're unbelievable. I see what you're doing.
Well, I have to tell you, first of all, I want to say thank you to the Wiseguyz Show for all your tremendous and generous support that you have shown me, myself, Rockabella Brands, and Rockabella Gibbs throughout my journey from the very beginning. I really, truly appreciate it. And I'm very grateful to have each and every one of you as my friend, but also as family.
Thank you.
We're
so
blessed
much.
as well,
It's
Cheryl.
an honor. It's an honor.
So
Tell us what's going on with the Christmas toy drive, and I mean you've been doing a lot of stuff. Listen, we had you call in to tell us all the updates of what you got going on. You got all the time in the world. Tell us everything. Let's go. Start it up.
All right, it's top of the world. I have to tell you. First of all, I want to thank Mike DeGennaro and the Wiseguyz Show for introducing Tina DeVito to me. Her and I have been in talks for, over, 2 years now. And I decided to, she's been working with me and stuff, and to make her the COO of Rockabella Brands, two powerful women working together.
Bravissima.
First of all, Cheryl, I'm not to cut you off, but you said powerful women. Bravissima. Listen, you're doing great things. Tina, you, and all the ladies, they deserve the most incredible respect. But I'm going to share this with you. You have been inspiring. Tina's been inspiring, doing great things for humanity, and continue the conversation about what you guys are doing together. But I want to say this. I've been watching everything you're doing for humanity. This is the most important element. It's not just about your product. It's about what you're doing for the people and how you're changing people's lives. And so after you're done talking about Tina, share that with us, please.
Oh, yes. So I brought, Tina and I have been going over, my vision and where I want to bring Rockabella Brands to the next level, which 2023 is going to be a very, very explosive year, not only with the brands, but with the charity end of it. In America, of course, my homeland, and taking care of, the less fortunate children, but also working with our fallen first responder heroes, which I am getting together with the organizations, which Freddie knows, and trying to build a, for us to build a relationship and get to know each other and help each other out, support each other. As you know, I've been traveling, which I can talk about a couple of things, but not a lot, because it's going to be, announced. So I need to wait, but I can tell you a little bit of my journey that I've been doing this summer, and I just got home over a week ago, and then I had to go to Pennsylvania with some big things going on there. But I met with some wonderful, wonderful people that run different countries. They're the ambassadors. I met with the consulates. I worked with the special needs children. I worked with the schools. I had gone out and, we've done a lot of stuff, which will be in our documentary, which is going to be, put out soon. In doing that, I established really good relationships with other countries. And also with the American ambassador, the American consulate, the British consulate, the Italian consulate, the Spanish consulate, the African consulate, and British and beyond, Spain. And I'm working with them directly with a hands-on approach, as I do.
Now, is this for rock? What are you working on? Or you can't talk about it?
Oh no! So what we're doing is working on the brands going international, but also at Rockabella Gives International. I already was established international, and I'm certified. Got my license and everything. I also have my brand is certified. I am certified a wholesale distributor international.
Nice.
I've
Congratulations.
been the
That's great.
2019. And then it just, as you know, it's just started to grow because there was a lot of things that I wanted to be involved in, and I just can't stop, so I got to keep on going. So I also just received my boxing promoting license, and I am, am a promoter for international boxing.
Nice.
Which my son and some other gentlemen, including Larry and stuff, we're going to be sponsoring children to come over here to get an education and also learn the arts of craft of boxing.
Nice.
And
All right,
wrestling.
can you take a breath for a minute? Uno, due, tre, asso!
Oh, I know.
But the one thing is, we want to mention this Christmas toy drive memorial honoring your late husband, Captain Mark Lee.
Right. So anyway, so now I come home. It's November. We're getting ready. So we have the Captain Mark Lee Fund Christmas drive that we've been doing. It is our 9th year that we took it over. My husband took it over.
And we got toys in the studio right now, ready to go to that toy drive.
Thank you. So we have our 9th annual Christmas wrapping party at St. Joe's Church in Jersey City on December 3rd from 10 to 2. And it's when all the community comes together, and we have our police and our firefighters and our military, and everybody comes together, and also corporations, and the whole community comes together, and we wrap thousands and thousands of toys that are either donated from corporations. They are also donated, from people. They come and they donate a toy. They drop it off at the Jersey City Fire Department and anywhere throughout the city. And we collect those toys and we wrap them. And then we schedule our deliveries. So on our first delivery is going to be it's called the outreach program now due to the pandemic situation. So now we go out into the community directly and we hand deliver the toys to the kids.
Oh, nice. That's nice.
And our first delivery is going to be December 10th at the Mary.
You want me to help you with that? Saturday, December 10th at Mary, how do you say it? Bethune
Center.
Bethune Center between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. Sunday, December 11th at Pershing Field. This is all in Jersey City.
Jersey City.
10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Then on Saturday, December 17th on Newark Avenue, Pedestrian Plaza, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Is that correct?
Correct.
And on Sunday, December 18th at Mary Bethune Center again, between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m., you'll be distributing toys to all the children, and all children must be accompanied by an adult.
Correct. Now,
I did my homework, correct?
Yes. Now, also, there is going to be a toy, the Captain Mark V. Lee Toy Drive benefit hockey game. And that is Saturday, December 10th, and that's at 10:45 a.m.
I don't have a poster for that. Can you send me one?
Yeah. Yes.
Is there a poster made for that?
Yes, there is.
Okay, we'll put it up. We'll put it up.
and that's at the American Dream Mall. And that is the
All right, Cheryl, this is, you know who this is. Jump into
No, we don't know who it is. I don't have a clue.
Cheryl, I just
Never
want to
heard the
say
name, but-
you're doing a lot. God bless you. We love you. You're a sister of our show. You're a big supporter.
Yes,
a
and you're our
sponsor of
number one
show.
sponsor.
Number one. We put you because you do great things for humanity. But in this moment, I know you wish Richie McCormick was still in this world.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Because
And
he
it-
was...
Oh God, Mike.
He was such a great supporter of you. We have Anthony Scala, our supporter. He does amazing thing with the pictures, but Richie was not just a photographer. He was a great supporter of Rockabella for great cause.
Yes, we are honoring Richard this year, and every year we have all Richard's colleagues will be with us on December 3rd.
All right,
nice. We will continue to honor Richie. I've known him since I'm 10 years old. You know, so
let's do this because it's Thanksgiving. We're showing love. Tell us, you shared something very special with me about Richard. Let's talk about Richard just for a few minutes. He deserves every bit of it.
Yes.
You and Richard, and it wasn't just about him promoting your product and supporting you. Your relationship with Richard McCormick.
I met Richard when I was 10 years old, and he was from the neighborhood. And Richard was going to, he was going, to school and stuff, and then he got into Jersey State College, and he wanted to do photography, and videos and stuff, IT stuff, and he used to go around Jersey City, and he used to film people through, at local bars in the street, wherever he could take pictures and videos. He would, do that for years. And I so happened, I was 16 years old, and I haven't seen him in, 6 years or whatever. And I was 16 at the time, and he come into the showboat on my side. And it was disco night, and I used to go in, and I used to do the hustle, and I used to enter in contests. So he comes in, and he says he goes, Cheryl, I have to interview you. And I was like, for my school project. And I was like, first of all, I'm not in here. George, I'm only 16. I'm going to get in trouble. George knows I'm only 16, but it's illegal. Oh, so what? Just sit down. Let me interview you. And he interviewed me. And ever since that day when I was 16 years old, every week I would see Richard. And every week he would call me on the phone. We used to have the house phone.
Wow.
And he would be like, how you doing? Everything, always personable, making sure, I was okay. And, and I would just see him. And then he became very close with Big Mark, my husband, and he started, to do the events in the fire department, everything that was involved in Jersey City and Hudson County and Union City, whatever. So when Marky passed away, he was one of the first people to reach out to me. Wow. He said, I got you back. Anything you need. And then he, again, reached out to my son, and he made sure that my son was taken care of in Jersey City because I was down here. And it was great. And we had a lot of plans. And unfortunately, he passed away at a young age. And
he's with
still
us
with
in
us,
spirit.
though. He
He's
might
with
not
us
be
in
here,
spirit. Absolutely.
in
Special
person,
guy,
but he's here in
special
spirit.
guy.
Yeah, so always
We will
remember
cherish him. And I have a surprise that is going to be in honor of Richie and with Rockabella Brands, which you and I talked about.
Nice.
And we'll always continue his legacy, and we will always
Richie and
remember
all
him and
that
honor
have
him.
left us
And
in
he
this
loves
world.
Biagio. Oh my
God
God!
bless him.
When I first
Special guy.
when Biagio started really getting out there, and he had met Biagio in the Wiseguyz show, and he would talk about you guys all the time, and he would say, "Sherry, you need to meet them. You need to meet them." And he told me, Freddie was a retired firefighter and everything, and about you. And Biagio, he just adored and loved Biagio, and he just thought Biagio was like the greatest thing on earth.
Yeah.
That's God's truth.
He was always there
And
for
I was
everybody.
so excited. And then he introduced me to Biagio, and I went to Biagio's house, his party where he was doing his music, his release. And Biagio made everything about me.
Oh.
You know, and it was and Richard was beside himself. He was so happy. He was so happy, and he was so glad that I got to meet everybody. And then I remember he said to me one day, it was at the Thanksgiving party that these had, and I forget, was it Thanksgiving? I forget now. The last Halloween party. So, sorry, and he really wasn't feeling well, and he had said something to me that I would be in good hands.
Oh wow! Wow!
And
awesome.
I never really thought about that, and I just said, "Oh yeah, my guardian angels. I'm in good hands." And I said, "No, He said, "You're in good hands."
Wow!
And
I'm sure he's looking after everything you do, Cheryl, because that's what I believe. When somebody we lose is always there with us and guiding us in the right path.
God bless.
Yeah,
God bless.
like I said, we do. We do the schools. We do. We do over 8,000 children, and it's probably going to be even more children this year. Besides giving the toys out at our outreach program, we also go to families. We go to St. Barnabas Burn Unit. We go to the hospitals. We go to the schools directly with the special needs children. We go to houses where the families can't get out. That already starts. That starts from Thanksgiving. We deliver turkeys and food and gift cards and stuff like that. So my son and the firefighters go out to these houses directly, and they deliver the toys. And I go to the schools. I worked with over 400 autistic children in the Board of Education of Jersey City, and I also do Newark now. That's my personal. My son does the Boys and Girls Club.
When you do Newark, you got to let me know, because I still got some pull down there. I got to meet down there and let me in there.
Share the
whatever I got to
dates.
do.
Share the dates.
Yeah,
and we're gonna try to make some of them for sure.
Yes. Yeah, so what we do now is, like I said, and then we have, we work with the Board of Education with the teachers and stuff, and we used to have the Christmas spectaculars, but we can't have that anymore because we did it with Chuck E. Cheese, and unfortunately they went bankrupt. So we dedicate that to Mikey, who was one of my first cancer patients, God rest his soul, and he had passed away, and now I dedicate the special needs kids and the cancer kids to him. And I'm in contact with these families throughout the whole year, even with my son. We just don't give the gifts. My son, when they get a bike, my son goes back in the spring and he teaches that child how to ride that bike.
Wow. Nice.
My son gets children into programs, into the Boys and Girls Club, into after school programs to keep them off the street. So we go beyond. We just don't need to announce everything. So, but this Christmas drive is like in honor of my husband, and we promised that we would continue that legacy. When he passed away, we were at 2,300 children, and to me at the time, that was like overpowering, because it was, from December 1st to New Year's, because if there's a fire, my husband would go into the hotel or wherever to distribute toys and clothing or whatever to these families. And then I brought up to 8,000 children.
Wow.
And I'm very proud of that. And
unbelievable.
And it's the individual thing that my son does that I love so much, because they become my son's family. And they know that all they have to do is just pick up the phone and he's there for them. Not just during Christmas or Thanksgiving or whatever. We're talking about coats. We're talking about shoes, sneakers, gas and electric bills. So he goes beyond. And that's what Rockabella Gives is going to be doing. The same thing. I do it too, but not to the extent that he does it.
Uno, due, tre.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff.
you.
I know you're
We love
hustling it all over the place, and we're mentioning it everywhere we go, and we put up the posters, and anybody wants to be part of that toy drive, the information is self-explanatory.
Rockabella
Gives. Give it to everybody and everything and everywhere.
Yeah.
And
But wait now, we have a website. We have a website, a new website that's up, and it's called the CAP, CAPT, Mark, MARK, Lee Fund.org.
Nice. I'll put it up, as you can see. Yes.
Yeah, so again, it's just, we are in New Jersey. Like I said, anyone in New Jersey, they need toys. They need anything. They need coats, hats, scarves, whatever they need. We are there to help.
Nice.
So
look at this unbelievable setup on the table tonight. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Annette. Annette.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Listen,
much.
I just got to tell you something real quick. We have something very special coming out, Tina and I, and it's called the 25 Days of Christmas. We are going to be posting. We created 25 spectacular Christmas drinks.
Nice.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, that's great. And
Okay.
post it on the Wiseguyz page.
We will. But listen, guys, listen to me. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Thank
and
you so
also,
much.
my
Thanks, Cheryl.
whiskey is out.
Thank you for sponsoring us. Thank you for everything you do for everybody.
See you soon, hopefully.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
God bless you,
God
guys.
bless you.
Love
Thank
you.
you for everything you do.
No, thank you, too.
All
Thank
right.
you for all your tremendous support. I
Thank-
couldn't do seriously without you guys.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thanks,
Love
Cheryl.
you.
Love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow.
All right. With that being said, let's go to Italian Fall Festa and get to see everything that we did behind the scenes, on the scenes, everywhere. Italian Fall Festa with Italian singing sensation Biagio closing it off with Dominic the Donkey. Watch this video. You're going to love it.
Buon Natale.
Hey everybody, this is Freddie the Fireman from the Wiseguyz Show. Tonight's the night. We're here at the PCTI Theater in Wayne, New Jersey. We're just about to go inside and get started setting everything up. I'm here early because we have a lot of things going on, a lot of setting up to do. And if you missed out, I'm going to show you the video and you're going to see what you missed. But just stay tuned and follow the video and hope you enjoy it. All right, we're backstage here with the Uncle Louie Variety Show over here. Come on, let me go over here. Hey, we got a great show tonight. There's a lot of people coming in.
Who's in there? Who the hell's in there?
But we got a lot of good stuff going on back here, and it's going to
We
be
got
a
a
great
house,
show.
full house back there.
Yeah, it's coming in.
Back there.
Yeah, we could probably fill half the side up with just the people back here.
Exactly.
But we're gonna go back here now and see who's getting ready. We might see some familiar faces. So
Some legends.
there you go. Break a leg tonight.
Thank you. We break it too.
All right, we're about to get started here. We got Jumper Gennaro back here. Paul Borghesi's in the house. This is the green room. What's up, Paul?
Yes, I am.
And Christian and Sal. Hey, Sal.
How you doing?
All right. All right. Christian, how's everything? Good?
Amazing.
All right.
Amazing.
Glad to have you here.
Perform today.
You guys are amazing, and there's going to be a lot of people out there tonight, so we're going to have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Sal, what you got going on lately? Anything?
What do I got going? I got everything going on. I got a Christmas store coming up. Go to southofvoiceny.com to find out where I'm playing because I have no idea.
Christian, what about you? Anything?
Got a bunch of stuff going on. Got my own show. I'm so excited. Got my headliner now, so I'm very excited about that. You can go find that on all of my social medias. Christian Guardino on Facebook, Christian Guardino on Instagram and Twitter as well.
Nice, nice. Good luck. Knock 'em dead tonight, guys. All right. All right. Uncle, the legend, Uncle Floyd. What's up, Floyd?
I like his jacket today. I never saw this one before. I love the jacket. It's a new one.
All right. So we're going back here. Over here we have Nashara. This ain't live, just so you know. This is just and we have Giorgio, Trovato, Giorgio. Nashara, knock 'em dead tonight. I just want to wish you good luck. And this is a video for the show to show what we did. And I want to tell you, I wish you luck tonight. And I don't know who's announcing. It might be me. It might be Joe Corsi. I thought that Joe's going to do it because you're a freestyle queen. All right.
Summertime. The queen of summertime.
All right. Thank you so much. Now we come through here. We're almost done. Sal, you're always in the way, Sal. And now we're quietly backstage here with the special surprise Brooklyn's own Joe Corsi. What's up, Joe? Hey. We're going to have a nice show tonight. You lost a lot of weight. Yeah, I'm trying.
No. Number one singer in America, Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga. I don't know in your dialect what that means, but where I come from, we have Gaga, Gagarella, Gagazzone. Tu te
from reaching off the bottom, it brought me back to the edge from home. Oh, you're as smooth as Tennessee whiskey.
the appreciation for this next act is amazing. I know you know who they are, and you've seen them before, and it's an honor to bring
And
them
they are
up.
from the upper state of New York.
That's right. And it is our honor and our pleasure to bring you up the next act. They are Carlo Russo and Uncle Louie from the Uncle Louie Variety Show.
So we go over there. I say, I'm gonna make we have a cuff, okay? A what? Huh? We have a cuff. I make a cuff. We have a cup of cup of coffee. Okay, yeah. Anyway, so we drink a little bit, and then she said to me, "Let's go up the stairs." What? Uncle Louie, but that's where your bedroom is. Oh my God. I said, "Oh shit, here we go." Did you go upstairs? Yeah. It took me 20 minutes, but I go up the stairs. Anyway, so she coming up. She go right next to the bed. Just when you think she can do nothing, right? She jump on top of the bed and start to smack me with a cane. Pa! Pa! Oh my God, what happened? She smashed my TV! No, what happened to her? Oh, she's okay, she got in the helmet.
We got just like Nana's over here. Look at this. Lucy, great job. Look at these cookies.
Yo, Freddie the Farmer.
Hey, guys.
Shout out my brother.
Guys here.
Yo, Freddie the Farmer, man. Man, this is an awesome show, actually.
Well, you guys see nothing yet. We got a lot going on.
But it's been great to date, so I can't wait to get back to my seat. But first, I'll be stuck.
This next lady had a #1 song right here in New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, as well as all over the world. And I just found out tonight she was born in Sicily. A big round of applause. Give it up for No Sarah. Here we go. Waited all night long to bring this next guy on. From Vegas to New York, let's give it up for a good friend of mine from America's Got Talent, Sal the Voice, Valentinetti. Here we go.
Oh, the shop has pretty dear, and it shows them pearly whites. Just a jackknife has old Mackie baked, and he keeps it out of sight. Don't you know when that shark bites, he uses them teeth, babe, and scarlet billow begin to spread. Fancy gloves, though, where's our old man Heath, babe? So there's never a trace of red. Now on the sidewalk, one Sunday morning, lies some bachelor boozing life.
Ready for our last guy?
But before the last guy comes out, I just want to let everybody know, when the last guy is done, there's another surprise. So nobody can leave until the last part of the show. They have a surprise.
Oh.
And he's going to announce it when he's done with his actual. So just pay attention.
Is Cher coming?
No, but close.
Wayne Newton?
We always have a surprise. Let's hear it for Joe Corsi coming up tonight. Here tonight. Listen, radio legend, check him out on CBS FM.
I'm on right now, matter of fact.
Yeah.
When you leave here, put me on. You'll hear me on the way home. All right, let's do this. Let's end this the right way. Okay. I've worked with this guy so many times in the last couple of years, and he is really a crowd favorite. Wherever we go, he gets everybody up. And if you're Polish, if you're Jewish, if you're Nigerian, you become Italian when this guy takes the stage. Am I right or wrong?
Absolutely.
Let's give it up for the one and only Biagio!
Italian singing sensation!
I like
Biagio!
Yeah!
This one is the one, the legendary song. Lágrime Napolitane. Come on.
That's a good one. I do know that song. I know it, but I don't know the words. I couldn't sing it. I don't even think I could pull it.
Give yourselves a round of applause. What a great crowd. You're proud to be Italian. Let me hear you one more time. Applause. Come on. Uncle Louie, everybody. Where is he? Freddie. Who are we missing?
Come on, let's hear it.
Where's Christian? Christian, come on. Where's Christian? All right. We want everybody up because we're going to have a nice fun time, but on this song, I like to get everybody to stand up, believe it or not. We're all sitting down for a while because we're going to have a little fun.
Yeah.
All right, for the holidays. We're getting ready for the holidays. Right, John?
I think so. We should all stand up.
Absolutely.
Even if you're tired, stand up.
So we're going to take a couple of verses. I'll start it off. Is that all right? Stop.
It's all you.
John, everybody all right? So anybody want to guess? It's an Italian Christmas song. Anybody want to guess? Wow, you guys know it.
I saw Noah kissing Santa Claus.
That's it. Is that it? So we're going to do Dominic the Donkey. Everybody standing up, wave the flag, sing along. We're all going to take a verse. And here we go with Dominic the Donkey. Here we go. Get ready for Christmas. Here we go. Hey, chickadee chick, it's Dominic the Donkey. Chickadee chick, la 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 la, la la la. Santa's got a little friend, his name is Dominic. The cutest little donkey you never seen a kid. When Santa visits his eyes with Dominic to be, because the reindeer cannot climb the dunes of Italy. Hey, chickadee chick, it's Dominic the donkey. Chickadee chick, the Italian Christmas donkey. La 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 la.
It's all over. Italian Festa Italiana is all over. Thank you, everybody.
All right. What do you
All
think?
right.
That
was a lot of fun.
Listen, that was supposed to be the halftime show, but we kind of moved a little bit, like maybe
Yeah.
the three-quarter show. But is that amazing? You get to see a little bit of what happened behind the scenes if you were at the show. And
There was too much going on.
I captured
Way
whatever
too
I
much.
can. A lot of people, sometimes they feel funny on camera, but let me tell you. What a great time! I'm looking forward to doing stuff like that all the time, and we do have some stuff to mention that Italian Singing Sensation is going to be at. Totowa and West Patterson Holiday Parade It's the I put the poster up. Italian singing sensation Biagio.
Parade.
He at the top of the list, Biagio. Then we have the piece Passaic County. I'm assuming pipes and drums. Aqua String Band, Passaic Valley Choir, Passaic Valley Band, New Jersey Choral Society, Cladea Pipe Band, Highland Voice. It's going to be a great time.
They have a lot of
and I got to
music.
mention Jersey String Band.
The
They're all going to be
bog
there.
e tutto goes.
Holiday parade, and I want you to know, I know about this because every now and then I get pictures from one of my photographers, and I post
they're there?
from fire department participation. But we also have an Italian. I have the poster for this too. The Italian holiday party, Sunday, December 4th at Verdi's in Westbury, 650 Old County Road in Westbury, New Jersey. Italian singing sensation Biagio's going to be headlining the act along with another headliner, the Uncle Louie Variety Show, and DJ Vinny Dice, our boy in New York City.
Vinny
oh,
Dice.
Man. Vinny, let me tell you, I'm so happy to see you guys all working together. Vinny Dice should be more involved with what we do. Also, I want to do.
We haven't had Vinny on.
No,
He's gonna come. He's gonna come.
He's gonna come. He'll be here. The thing is driving.
So we got to
from
get him
Long
here. That's a
Island
little
and-
right.
He's been. Listen, when we were in Atlantic City, you were right with us. We got to get you in the studio.
Yes, and a little shout out to Bradley Server, who posted on our page. Curly's grandson, Curly from the Three Stooges.
Okay.
Bradley's he's like an impersonator of Curly, which was his grandfather, and he does stuff all day long. And I got to tell you, here's something that we were gonna go to that I have to mention because it's a special shout out to CBS FM's 101.1. Joe
Giuseppe
Causi, original Wise Guy.
Causi.
We were gonna go, Joe. If you're watching, we got to go to this other thing because Biagio's performing, and I'd rather drive to Totowa and West Patterson than Rockaway, New York, Queens. But I got to say, I would have loved to have went if this event wasn't on. But Joe got an event, Rockaway, New York. He said it's an amazing event. Try to be there. It's 14403 Neponsit Avenue in Rockaway, New York. It's the 27th annual Little North Pole and holiday event to benefit, listen, JDRF, that is world's largest nonprofit funder of type 1 diabetes, and it's an amazing event. He said Steve Van Zant is going to be there. Yes,
sounds nice.
Yes, and we just wanted to mention that because
exciting.
Joe's a big friend of ours, and also Todd Wharton is a part of that. Todd Wharton is another person who goes out, social media guy who goes out and does holiday block parties in Little Italy, or he does San Gennaro, and now he's doing also the Rockaway Festival. That starts at 3 p.m. I just want to make sure anybody who's in New York wants to go to that. And this Thanksgiving, listen, I'm a retired firefighter from Newark, New Jersey. I say it proudly because Newark, if you know anything about Newark, to be a firefighter there takes a lot. And all firefighting takes a lot. But this holiday season, or whether it's Thanksgiving or Christmas, please go stop by one of your firehouses or police departments or EMSs and thank them for everything that they do. The police, firefighters, EMS, healthcare workers, all our military veterans are out there keeping us safe during these holidays. And they are a big part of our safety with our families, where we feel comfortable to live in America. Please always remember to thank a firefighter, a police officer, an EMS person, a military person, to thank you for all the work that they do in this country and keeping us safe. With that being said, all the videos are played. I have a surprise for a few. We always got to have a surprise on the Wise Guy Show. Christopher Brooklyn has now come back and brought us Mob Candy. Mob Candy is a magazine, and it is finally back. It was doing great back in the day. It is back. Its first issue will be out for January of 2023, and look for the Wise Guys doing some stuff with Mob Candy. We're going to do some stuff. Mob Candy was a big magazine, and it's going to come back. I'm telling you, a lot of good stuff for that magazine. Biagio, I'm telling you, you never seen Mob Candy magazine. It was a big magazine, and it got cut off, but he's back. Mob Candy. I put the poster up.
Brooklyn.
That's right. And I also want to mention Sal, the voice Valentinetti, is teaming up with Italian singer sensation Biagio at the Cabot. What is
I
it?
don't even know.
I never heard nothing like it.
I was going to say the Cabot. I have no idea.
Cabot Ugats. No. The Cabot. It's on Friday, December 2nd. Anybody who knows the Cabot? I'll put the poster up, obviously. At the Cabot on Friday, December 2nd at 8 p.m. This is on Cabot Street in Beverly, Massachusetts.
Listen, hey Sal. By the way, I want to say to you, thank you. Mama Mia Anna Maria was in Florida. She actually had a wonderful time with her friends. And then the day before she leaves to come back home, she takes a fall and she hurt her wrist. Well, I took her in the back to meet everybody. And Sal Valentinetti says, Senora, let me walk you back to the seat. And he walked her back to the seat and sat down. An absolute gentleman. He's definitely Italian,
absolutely
by heart,
great guy.
and not just a good singer, very good singer.
Yes.
He's Italian.
And here's a friend of ours that we're trying to do some stuff with in the future. Hot night events. Mary DeBellis is doing a little thing also on the 26th. So after the parade,
we have to go.
Well, we got to look into it. Saturday, November 26th, homecoming. She's saying we have to go. We got to go. Yeah, we go everywhere. If you can be there, we're there.
Listen.
If you're not, can't make it.
We got it. Listen.
That's what I was going to say. Our photographer is always here. Yes. And Scala photographer.
Mary's a great lady, and she puts on a great production there.
Yes.
We got to get there.
Saturday, November 26th is called Homecoming. Mary DeBellis' event. It's for Justin's Wish. Advance tickets are required, so go to universe.com.
Where's the location?
/466dance. Text Mary at 201-463-2091 or for VIP tables and photos, obviously, by Anthony Scala. This is at 466 in West Orange, the former Gatehouse.
The club.
Yes.
You've been there. You've been there.
Yes.
Yeah, I was there when it was the Gatehouse.
Yeah, so after the parade, anybody wants to go to 466, but you got to get the tickets online.
Gate.
You got to get the tickets online. And I want everybody to know I watched the movie A Christmas Story Christmas with our friends Scotty Schwartz and Zach Ward Zach Ward who played Scud Farkas of the original The Christmas Story, and Scotty Schwartz who played Flick. I tell you my opinion. A few people gave me some mixed reviews. I got to tell you, I thought it was all right. I thought it was nice. I thought it was a great follow-up to them getting older and the storyline. And you got to take it as a Christmas story. If you watch shows on like Hallmark, I'll put it above that. Okay. Let's put it that way. Some people watch Hallmark, and I put it above that. I thought it was fun. I thought it was cool. Brought back all the characters, even the mom. And the father passed, and it passed actually supposedly, in the movie. And the movie actually looks like it takes place somewhere in the 80s.
I gotta go during the filming of the making?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh no! I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think he passed a while back.
I don't know.
But Scotty Schwartz, great job for doing it.
Great job, Scotty.
The whole cast.
Was Scotty's dog in it?
No.
The Chihuahua? What was the name of the Chihuahua?
What Chihuahua? What are you
the little dog.
The little dog he always had with
He had
him.
it in his bag.
Oh, yeah. No.
The dog in this one.
Lugano Mort.
I think it would have been a hit.
No, Lugano Mort. And as far as Biagio, is there anything that we're missing that you're doing?
I'm doing it. Well, in December too. I have a couple of events going on, and one. I lost my voice. One's in December 17th.
Biagio, by the way,
wait, he's saying where he's going.
I spent in 2022. This was your busiest year.
Oh yeah. As far as other than the vibrations,
from the beginning to the end.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Was a busy year. This
was very
last
busy
year was nothing.
And next year's going to be even better. No, but let him say.
No. So I'm doing Staten Island, the nightclub. It's called Norval. If I'm saying it right.
And what date is that?
December 17th, which is a Saturday.
We gotta go. We gotta go. Staten Island. I have a lot of beautiful people.
Really?
We'll make a video of that too. We're gonna bang them out. We got
Staten Island.
New Year's, I'm going to Detroit.
Hey, Johnny P, we're gonna be in your hood and bring Nino Gaimo Isn't he from
Uncle
Staten
Nino,
Island?
what Nino guy, Mo? Uncle Nino, that's
Uncle Nino,
everybody.
yeah, he's from
Who the
Staten
hell
Island.
is Nino
Hey,
Guy, Mo?
listen, Johnny P, Nino, we're hanging out on the 17th.
On the
with
17th,
Nigel.
I gotta
bring
send the
all
invites.
your people. We bring ours. Hula, do it. Hey,
Atso! But did you, so everything's you mentioned everywhere?
Yeah, I'm going to Detroit for New Year's Eve.
No,
I'm doing
New Year's
December
Eve.
11th.
I'm staying
yeah, I'm
home
doing
New
some
Year's
private
Eve.
stuff. Yeah.
Fuck.
Then next year I got a whole bunch
Detroit
of dates.
will be another time.
Yeah, Detroit. That's where I'll be.
But
New Year's Eve.
on behalf of the Wise Guy Show, we all want to wish you a happy and safe Thanksgiving. No mangia troppo tacchine.
Hey, Biagio, if you said Pittsburgh, I would have been there. But Detroit, we'll see.
All right.
It's not going to be easy.
and follow us back on December 7th with Big Time Tommy, and hopefully the interview goes well with legendary television host Bobby Eubanks.
That'd be
This
great.
is the Wise Guy Show. We want to thank Anthony Scala for doing all the photos, Annette, the talent coordinator who
Thank
does all
you,
the
Annette.
broadcasting, and Roberto Santos for doing all the engineering, and obviously Blaze Venga Jr., who's not here, who helps us
Stay
with the...
tuned for Joe Cortez.
That's right. So we'll be back on December 7th. Have a happy Thanksgiving. And be safe.
You know what? What? The wooden soldier.
catch up with you one of these days, wise guy, and when I do, pow!